Okay, hello everyone. Here we are for our April Long Spoon tabletop conversation. I am Robert.
I'm Suzanne with Clarity.
Eh,
I'm Sandra. I'm
Uh-huh.
Christina. And I'm Suzanne.
There we go. We're doing you may sound a little bit different. It's because we're talking from each other's phones. We have a little
Yes,
what
we're all eating
It's
our
like
supper.
walkie-talkies.
Yes, it's like walkie-talkies. We're eating our dinner and we've had a big day and we're all a little bit uh, uh at the end of the energy cycle. So, but we wanted to get our tabletop conversation in for this month. You're going to love this long spoon. You're going to love the galleries and the flip books. There's 3 flip books this time. And the book this month is the Morgan, and that's good. So we have, like we always do, have maybe 3 or 4 pages shown, and then you can click the link to go to the book and see the entirety of it. And
Well, tomorrow could we possibly do that new app where we record the flip books
oh yeah,
and
then
put
add
it
it to
onto the
it.
long
So
spoon
yes, we might add some extra content to this issue.
that we haven't done before?
Yeah. So we have a couple of ways of doing some recordings of the books. So we want to share that with you.
Yeah, it's real fun.
Yep.
And
Cool.
it actually is
Yep.
it's a new app that we got that we can take one of our books and it will record it. It'll use my voice
Mm-hmm.
and or Robert's, and it'll record the book. And it has in this app it has lots of people that can record it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really wonderful to listen to it
Mm-hmm.
because it really moves in a really nice rhythm.
Yeah.
So we've enjoyed it. So we'll try
We're
to get
excited
it on.
about that, and we
Yeah.
want to share it with you. Um, and I think that with this month, here we are. For us up here in the Northeast, we're coming out from under the snowbank, as it's like
Yep.
there may be a few flakes still in the future, but they won't be long lasting.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we're eyeing the ground for seeds, though for here it's still early. We keep forgetting, since we originated a lot from Kentucky, that when it's like May and we're thinking, oh, it's May already, we got to start planting. That's the equivalent of April in Kentucky. So it's still, we have to be patient with our seeds, but it's not an easy
Right.
thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, so we've been out
We feel
walking.
it coming anyway.
Huh?
We feel it coming.
Yes, we do feel it coming. We have been able to get out and walk outdoors now, so lots of sun, being able to get to the boardwalk and see the ocean and feel the air and the sun and the sea breeze. That's really nice.
Well, this January is kind of letting go of the patterns of last year,
Mm-hmm.
and we have just. It's been funny because we've been kind of letting go of the patterns of every room because in the last few months
Mm-hmm.
we've been gradually taking rooms, going through them and checking out everything in them and taking a new angle with the different rooms. And I think this is about the most we've done that in a January.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
so
this whole first quarter of the year, the January, February, March, and now here we are, the first almost halfway into April. It's a opening
yeah,
and a difference.
Right.
And I think we're all feeling the differences happening, and then you have to kind of feel where you are as those shifts occur.
how do y'all feel about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really agree. I have a wonderful view from my bedroom of trees, and they're starting to get their little buds on the end. So I'm realizing that it's going to be soon. And things are starting to pick up in the garden, just a little green here and there, and that's exciting. And we saw some crocuses on our walk. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
That was exciting. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
always
I thought it
wonderful.
was interesting. Christina and I were talking this morning about how everything is speeded up at this time of year, especially, but also right now, just energetically in the world and energy wise. And Suzanne, you had shared a post that you had found too, and the whole focus right now feels like it's how to allow the speed rate of the world to change so that and to move and increase the way it needs to so that the change and changes that need to occur can happen, but not lose your seat was the way the woman had put it. And we were talking about that too. It was like, don't lose your cool. You know? And we were, as it gets really hot and fiery and fast, there's such a pressure that you feel that may not even really be personally real, but you feel it around because it's part of the alchemy that's needed at this time for to have enough momentum and energy, even in nature, you know, for everything to grow and to push through and come on up. As well as just maybe universally and what is changing in the world and what needs to change and what's required of it for that to happen. But it's real easy to feel like you're just losing it. You know, it's so intense, it's so fast, and you know you're not sure if you can keep up. But also at the same time realizing that the way to keep up is to actually just stay still and not get caught up in it and lose yourself. And that's been a very interesting practice to hold on to the past couple of days that we've been more aware of it anyway.
I know, and I think it's not just us. I think the energy of 225 as it leaves and a whole new energy is beginning to build. I think it's kind of triggery. I
Mm-hmm.
think that it's real. It's like everything. The new patterns trigger happy. It's like you
Oh.
every little thing you feel it because it's changing. It's not, when a pattern starts building at the beginning of the year, it builds in the same part of the pattern is in it from the beginning. But when you start a full new pattern like this year, then that all the old pattern has to leave and the new pattern is just starting. And so it's more triggery because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't quite know what's going to help it meet that. And
Yeah.
whereas when in the middle of a year, you've got groundwork laid down, and you know there's something under your feet, and you know if you fall back, something's going to catch you. But in but right now things are kind of triggery because you don't quite know that we don't quite know this new pattern, and when you don't know it, it's like you're walking on ice a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very
Mm-hmm.
much. That
Yeah.
describes it well.
Yeah, and I think it's tiring. I think that's why we're kind of done this day. Is that there's a lot
Right.
in a day now in the beginning of this year because it's building new groundwork, whole new ways of feeling and seeing and interpreting it because it's going to be a completely new pattern, and so we're in that beginning stages, and so it's a little well, it's a little creepy sometimes.
Disconcerting.
It's like when things are triggery, it's like you don't know quite where to aim or what you're aiming for because everything's so new. It's like we work with the tabletop conversation, and then in the flip books, there's always references to Alice and the big table there and what's going on with what the dormouse put down, and so this is like everyone changed the china. It's like, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
And, and are all the plates there, and are all the silverware there? Are you set and ready?
And this is a different teapot than we've ever drank out of
Yeah,
before.
so it's a
Yeah.
difference, and it's one that everyone.
And you don't know if it's going to trigger you and make you fall.
And the difficulty too is when everyone is in the same boat. We're all in 2026. But there are a lot of people that don't realize they're in the same boat with everyone else. They think they're all rowing in different boats, but it'd be like if you had an image of a giant boat, huge, but it's an open boat, and it's filled with water, and then there's all these little tiny boats rowing around inside it, and they think they're not in one big boat, but everybody is, and it's all a matter of taking a deep breath and giving it time to kind of sort itself out, and as it sorts out, then you begin to see a bigger picture.
So, we have to get more room. We live in community, and there's 5 of us, but we're large people. We're large in spirit. We're large in our needs. We're large in our spiritual commodity and expectations. We're large in the beautiful things we make, and so it's like we fill every shift because we fill up this whole space. So it's not like when you fill up a space completely and you really make it home, any shifts in it you're gonna feel. If you don't fill up a space and you don't make it home, then you may not notice it.
Yeah, that's part of how large a space that you can occupy in consciousness, and where you put your intentions and energies, and how those shift. And then if you're awake and aware to it, then you can modify, change, alter, and create differences that can be very playful. And play is the most political act you can do. When things are tough and tight and confusing, if you can just take that breath and find a playful approach to something, it lightens everything up.
Well, it really does. Yep. It makes me think of the fact that within an hour tonight, that the Artemis flight will end and they'll be returning. But what has fascinated me is what they have. I remember 50 years ago when they first got to the moon and we saw all the videos. And now it's gone all the way to the part where they've actually gone on the other side of the moon, which we've never seen, and it's always been talked about. You know, we can't see that part. And so it's like with all these changes this month, and that we're getting to see things we never thought we'd be able to see or had any imagination about. And I think it's very appropriate that this month this is what's happening.
Yep. Yeah. April's a big month.
April Fool.
Yeah, being the fool for something bigger than a lot of people can see. Being the fool for accepting something that is maybe not in the moment provable, but with alchemy and actually with science, there are so many benchmarks where what was thought proved later grew and changed and altered and became bigger than it was originally. So there's a lot going on, as always, and it's just a matter of sitting into that fact and being patient and finding comfort and ease. Looking for ease is a very advantageous way of moving forward. So that's where the breath comes in, taking that deep, slow breath and stepping back from anything that feels like it's all wadded up or contracted or whatever, and look at it differently, feel it differently, see it differently, and then move differently with it. So that's April, I think.
Good perspective. That's really cool. Well said. Yeah.
And I think the April Fools, while that's in there,
I love that.
Is that in this month, you know, when you become more spiritually involved, you actually become more, you're more involved in your own feelings. You're more involved in what you know and what you don't know. You are more involved in life, so you sense a lot more than you've ever sensed before. And you could easily be the April Fool. because there's a lot of things that we feel in the whole atmosphere
Mm-hmm.
that we can't locate where it origins out,
Mm-hmm.
and we can think it's ourselves, and there we get the April Fool joke, or
Mm-hmm.
we think it's our family or our friends, and
Mm-hmm.
then we get it again. But what it really is it's a signal to take who you are and immediately clear yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because there's so much shifting and changing that our chakra system and our whole body system is actually being affected by it. And so if you start feeling upset or feeling things off or feeling upset with yourself or upset with the people that live with you or you work with or the people you love, instead of getting upset with them, clear your chakras.
Yes.
Clear your own chakras, because the thing is, you could clear their chakras, but it's really more to the point that you clear yours, because you're the one that's affected. And what's happening is as this change happens, people, their whole systems are out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
They are changing. They are a little bit off while they process. And so to give them room for that, clear your own chakras that have you so sensitive that you're so affected by everything that's shifting around us, because that's what's happening right now. And so if you clear your own chakras, you'll be able to muscle yourself through it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're busy being upset with all these different things, then you will you'll be caught up in that, and you won't be as effective by trying to change that. What you need to do is clear your chakras so you are aligned with what is needed.
Mm-hmm. That's very good.
That's been,
that's great.
well, it's been the discovery of meditating this week and working with a lot of the Robert and I getting the long spoon done. We just finished that, and working intensely on some new work and moving the house so much.
Mm-hmm.
When you're moving the house, you're actually moving patterns. So it's like a house becomes a holder, a cradle to you. And then when you change that cradle, maybe it has to get bigger. You know, you got to be a bigger baby. So that cradle has to get bigger. And so all at once, you don't fit in the cradle anymore. And so what you have to do is you have to build, you don't want to get smaller, so you build a bigger cradle.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to find ways that build a bigger cradle for our body, that the parts of us that are being affected, that feel like a baby, that feel like just sitting down and crying, and feel like we're lost. We need to. That part of us needs to be cradled, and we have to make sure that we build a big enough cradle for it, because
Mm-hmm.
the bigger the change is, the bigger your cradle you're going to have, so that yourself feels cradled through it. Because that cradling is a rhythm that we learned in our mothers, and it's how we soothe and we're soothed. And so we're in that right now, and the world is changing, and when things change a lot, you need a lot of cradling. And so we've been giving ourselves cradling time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just
We
time.
really
Huh?
It's really true, and it's really helping.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll say to Suzanne, come on over. You need a squeeze. Come on over. You need a hug.
That's exactly
Very
right.
important. Very important.
Then we rock each other. We have to pat each other and sometimes burp each other.
That's
220, 221, whatever it takes.
and it's important because we are a community and a family, that we do this for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And who else is going to do it? I think
Mm-hmm.
one of the things of why we came together years and years ago was to have that in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we don't feel like it. We don't feel like giving it. We don't feel like getting it. But that's the times that people that live alone fall away. They fall away from themselves. They fall away from their life. They fall away from happiness. And so we cradle each other so that we don't fall away. That, none of us are like angels. And but what we do is, even the part of us that's not angelic, it needs cradling. And we can't afford to let it fall away, because that's part of the roots of our humanness. We have this angelicness, and we have this humanness that is so important to the feelings, to our feelings in the world. So we'll be cradling each other.
And so those of you out there listening to this tabletop conversation, realize that what's inside this issue of the April Long Spoon is an effort to help cradle you, to help cradle us. We've curated from our whole website to bring these particular pieces in for you to see and enjoy for the month of April specifically, so that it can help nurture and support.
And a lot of the pictures include pictures of us as family cradling each other. How we throughout the year, we have good weeks and bad, but how we totally cradle each other through all these times.
And you do that through intention. So that is looking for the E's is follow the intention of willing and wishing and wanting compassion, love, and well-being. Those are our pillars, three strong pillars of
and we get so cradled by all of you all, and I know you all get cradled by each other and us. We hope this long spoon cradles you readers,
yes,
and family
absolutely.
of our work.
And thank you for the support. We appreciate it.
Yes, we really do.
We can only quit talking. Y'all got anything to say here?
Anything else anybody would like to put on the table?
I think we've gone off planet now. I loved all that you said. It was very well said. Awesome. Lots to take in.
Oh, thank you all. Thank you all so much.
And for those of you listening, thank you for allowing this odd recording, where I know it may sound a little more like we're in a tin can or something, but
well, we are.
Well, that's true. We're in a tin can of conversation. It's like the little kids that have the two cans with a string between them. So it's early communication, but it's very sophisticated.
I like it.
Yeah,
it speaks to me.
So, y'all have more to say?
I think that's it. Thank you. We're looking forward to checking soon.
Well, now we can finish our suppers and curl up and rest.
And you hear it here first. This issue will be going out this evening. So we're all set. I'll just get this recording in, and then sometime this evening it'll go out.
Will get it out.
They do that
thank
for us.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Okay, well, until next time.
Love you guys. Beautiful love
you too.
Nurture us all week.
Yes, absolutely. And enjoy the
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, bye for now.
Copy that, Roger.
Okay, got it.
Over now.
Did you say coffee? Okay, bye for now.
Bye-bye.